Hello, welcome to my video. So basically, give it a short intro, this is a modern speed build that I've decided to do. It's the first video on this channel, so obviously I'll introduce myself in a few minutes, just after I've introduced the build. So I found some inspiration on Pinterest, of all places. Sometimes it's useful, most of the time it's not. So I wanted to do a build that was modern or contemporary. I wanted it to be quite a family orientated build. I find with most modern builds they're not family orientated, or they're not supposed to be family orientated, but that's something I wanted to do. I just wanted to shove in a few kids' bedrooms, but still make it so that it's still elegant. You know, you could probably convert it into something that was more adult orientated. So I'll put up the image that I've got inspiration from on the screen now. It's quite similar, but obviously most of it isn't, because I only really used the front image and a tiny bit of the plan view, but mostly just the front. I like the chunkiness of the pillars and stuff like that. So yeah, I decided to, well, I just saw it and I thought that looks really cool, so I'll just do a build inspired by it. But obviously introducing myself, because this is like the first video on this channel. Name's Mike, and been playing Sims for pretty much my whole life. Don't remember a time where I wasn't playing Sims. And yeah, so just thought I'd like to do some builds. I may eventually do some Let's Plays, but I've done them in the past and I just get a bit bored of them. So I'll just see how this goes, doing builds and stuff, because I do enjoy building on the Sims. It's very fun. So I will say that the build at first is quite black and white inside, so it's so easy to just do black and white builds, because mostly everything comes in sort of black and white colour palette things. So also I do reduce the amount of windows that I put on, because I felt like it was too much and it looked messy, especially on that left hand side where the tall thin windows are. I just got rid of all of them. That wall has no windows, just because I wanted a flat plane to add like pictures and stuff like that. And also I do add what I call a sky pod. I don't know if everyone else calls them that. It's like the cut out in the roof, and it's got like a glass roof basically, and it adds a lot of light, and it looks really cool actually. Managed to get lights up there as well by using fences, so that's pretty cool, which you'll see shortly. So yeah, I didn't want to, like I said, I didn't want to shove windows everywhere, just because it clutters the place, and I find it difficult to furnish a build that has a lot of windows, because I don't tend to like to put things straight in front of windows, which I do in the living room. This is where I'm doing the sky pod now. It ends up being really cool. I started off doing quite a small one, just because I wanted it just over the kitchen, but then I decided, nah, screw it, I'll just do the full dining room kitchen area. And it looks really cool from above and stuff, and like I said, I do manage to get lights in there, which was, I thought I wouldn't be able to, but I managed to do it, so it's pretty good really, pretty good. The kitchen, I will definitely say I've never done a kitchen like this before. I've done it like where the sort of different colours. I've never done it where the different types. So the cupboards above and at the side of the counters are completely different kinds of counters, but it goes really well, because obviously they're just black and white. Also this island, how I've used 3 pieces in the middle and then 2 pieces on the end in a different way. I don't like how it creates that sort of really small L shape, because they're a little bit wider, but I like the effect it gives, so I decided to just keep them. I also do something really crazy with the stoves, which I don't know if you can use them, probably not. But obviously if anyone downloaded this, because it is available on the gallery, which I'll put the link below, you probably would have to change that, because they're not going to work. Especially the one that's inside the cupboards, they're no way going to work. But it looked awesome. It looked modern and sleek. So the problem I have with The Sims is that most houses don't really have like a full stove, especially like mansions. They don't really have a full stove that's just sat there. They'll have inbuilt ones, which the game needs so badly. We need inbuilt cookers. Ooh, that is something that I've been craving for. I also want double, like 2 square sinks, because sometimes you just need to put them in the middle of 2. And yeah, so as you can see, the sky pod looks awesome. Especially, look at that during the day. Like, that light, it looks fantastic. I need a kitchen like that in real life. Ah, there we go. There's the stove that's raised up and put in the cupboard, and this is where I'm putting them. So, as you can see, it looks like it's built in. It looks awesome, and I did the glass, the glass mirror splashback. Sorry, not glass. Mirror splashback, which hides the sort of the lip of the cooker as well, so it looks pretty cool. And I didn't want to put the fridge out in the open, so I did a pantry with obviously the fridge, microwave. What else is in there? Washing machine and dryer, because yes, I did include laundry, which obviously you can just remove, you don't need it. But I don't know if that fridge works because it's inside them cupboards, so it might not work. But again, you can easily just remove it. I just did it for aesthetics, really. Use this table. Really, really love this table. It's like one of my favourites in the game. I always go to it. Brilliant. Sorry, I was just testing like what it would look like if you was walking through. I decided to add that splash of red. Like, I only did a little tiny bit because I didn't want to overdo it with the red. Because I tried to do the rug red and it just looked overpowered, especially with that rug because it was so red. I needed to, like I said, it's not all black and white. I have put some colour in because it's dull when you don't put colour in. I mean, black and white is nice though, especially with that marble floor. And I kept all the walls really, really plain and simple because I felt like the decor was enough as it was. So, yeah. Right. Something I wanted to say. The house did have 4 bedrooms originally, which obviously you saw when I was doing the layout. The pantry was actually a bedroom, but it was at the point when I was doing the kitchen, I was like, I don't want to add a fridge somewhere where obviously you can see it. It's not the most appealing thing to look at. Also, I just feel like when you're doing like a mansion sort of build, because it is sort of like a mansion, it's very big. You wouldn't just have this house, it's got marble floors and stuff like that. You do tend to have a separate pantry because it's more appealing, or you would have an inbuilt fridge into the cupboards, but obviously we can't do that in game, so got to work with what you got to work with. Right, so moving on to the first bedroom. Now, this is a bedroom for some kind of gamer or a hacker or programmer or something. It doesn't really have a gender. You could be male or female in here, obviously not stereotyping or anything. When I was doing it blue, and I was thinking, oh, I guess a guy could be in here, but literally a girl could be in here too. It literally doesn't even matter. Nothing in it really screams male or female, especially because the blue is quite muted. It's not over the top royal blue or anything like that. I liked using this bed as well. I felt like it was really jarring because the rest of the house is so luxurious and like fancy. Even like this third bedroom, which is a stereotypical teenage girl's room, that's quite fancy in the way it's done. Whereas this one is so casual and just normal. Like, you would find this bedroom in anyone's house. But like, I feel like it's a rebellious teens, so they're obviously rebelling, and it's very messy as well at the end. But I thought like I wanted to keep just the desk area messy, but then I did add some clutter to in front of the mirror because I thought it was quite realistic. But yeah, I did a bowling trophy and then that pin as well, so I had sort of the impression that they liked bowling. Probably, I don't really know. Just to sort of, I like the idea as well that they liked animals, even though like I put a pet bed in that bedroom, but there isn't any other pet stuff anywhere else. So you know, you probably need to add some if you wanted to get a pet. If you wanted to, you don't have to. But yeah, I really, really like how this bedroom turned out. I decided to eventually keep that wall plain just because it was very, very. There was a lot going on, so I was like, just keep that wall plain, and it's fine. I love them doing. There's the clutter red on the floor. I love doing the posters and stuff. The walls. I decided to do two-tone, a muted blue and a bit darker blue as well. And now moving on to the third bedroom, which is a stereotypical, as I said, teenage girl's room. It's quite cramped because I feel like she's quite spoiled, and she was like, I want a double bed, so she gets a double bed, and it cramps the room a little bit. I decided to also not do fully matching furniture because I detest the idea of that. In real life, not all your furniture matches. People complain about the colour swatches and stuff in Sims. I don't mind because I feel like in real life, my bedroom right now, I've got a white desk, a grey bed, a white cabinet thing from like IKEA, and then I've got 2 pieces of furniture which are like a beach because I haven't changed them yet. I will eventually change them to white. but at the moment they're not. And I like the idea of it not being perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect. Not everything in the world matches. Even like, you could buy a piece of furniture from one shop and go and buy another from the other. They're not going to be perfectly the same. They're going to be slightly different. So I like that idea. Although the top of these cabinets does sort of go with the bed a little bit. Like, it's not the same. But I really like the idea of having sort of unmatching furniture. I think it's a nice thing. It's a good thing. And it makes it look more realistic. I really love the way this turns out. The whole, like, it's not a vanity, because I feel like there wasn't enough room for a vanity with... I wanted as much, like, clothes storage space as possible, because I wanted her to have the impression that she was into the clothes and into loads of clothes and stuff like that. And obviously she's a teenage girl, so she adores it, being stereotypical now, but she loves clothes. So she's got that big built-in wardrobe, which I didn't want to do with the normal built-in wardrobe. I wanted to make my own, because I love doing that mirror, sliding mirror type thing. It's got it's got a cupboard in there. It's got the hanging clothes, and then obviously she's got the clothes on the rack, and then she's got that chest of drawers as well. And I just love how that turns out. I used the stuff from Vampire Pack to put on the wall, as if she's been drawing on the wall or scratching it or getting mad or something. I don't really know. So yeah, I really, really love how that bedroom turned out. And now we're moving on to the main master bedroom. This was an ordeal to try and get this to work. I had to delete like walls about 3 or 4 times, so that was exciting. But I wanted to do something different. I didn't want to just have a normal bedroom. And I got this inspiration from found an image on Pinterest that looked similar to this, but I mean, it was completely different, but like, it gave me the idea of this. And also James Turner, he's done beds like this before, where he's used shelves as the bedside tables and then had sort of like a feature thing behind it. And I love the idea. It's really good. It's really smart. Didn't end up putting them at the end of the bed just because I felt like it was too much. And I didn't use them because it felt like it was eating up all the room in the bedroom. So yeah, although it would have been cool to put like a TV on there or something, but I decided not to. I mean, this bedroom, to be honest, is quite basic. It's not the most exciting, but it's nice and it fits the theme of the house. It's probably my least favourite room, other than the bathrooms, but you can't really do much with bathrooms, to be honest. But yeah, it was probably my least favourite, but like I said, doesn't really matter. At one point as well, I forgot to mention, I actually forgot to do the family bathroom, so I had to jimmy that in, because I'd done 4 bedrooms, and then I'd done 5 bedrooms. No, 4 bedrooms, and then the big bathroom for the master bedroom, which I was like, oh, this is great. And then I realised there was no bathroom for like guests and stuff like that, because there was a bathroom attached onto the which bedroom was it attached to? I think it was the boys' bedroom, between the bathroom and the boys' bedroom. But then there was no bathroom for everyone else, so I was like, okay, well, you can't do that. So I moved it to the front there, and obviously it's fine now. But yeah, love that seat with the gold metal and the glass seat. I've seen them in real life and they're really cool. Like, to add a lot of clutter. I didn't want to over clutter this bedroom. I felt like the person who lives here wouldn't do that. I feel like the kids have got cluttered enough rooms, and she'd probably have a go at them or something like that every day. Be like, oh, you haven't cleaned your room. And this carries on to this bathroom. It's very simple. I love the sink. It does have some glitching. I will definitely say that is a problem, but it's fine. I made it black so you couldn't really see it as well. I love doing the separate sink and like that marble, I don't know what you would call it, like a side table. I felt like the bathroom was quite big, and that's why I did this wall, because I felt like if I didn't, it would just look a bit weird that the shower was just placed there. And I'm obsessed with that wall art as well. That wall art is beautiful. So yeah, I mean, there's not really much you can say about this bathroom. It's just black and white. I don't really know. I did have some problems with the build initially. Like, when I loaded onto the game, my mouse kept moving to the bottom side of the screen. I don't really understand why it was doing that, so I had to reset the game. But once I reset it, it was fine. Didn't really have enough problem. I also tried to get rid of all the... If you look at the menu, the UI, sorry, there's like gold items or yellow items. That means that there's new items in that area. I've clicked them loads of times. I clicked every single item. I even unlocked all the items to click them, and it still hasn't gone away, which I don't really understand why. But yeah, this bathroom was quite boring one. Because it's a family bathroom. It's not the parents aren't going to use this bathroom. It's for the kids and guests. So I just felt like it would be a simple plain blue, and obviously they're not putting too much care and attention to it because it'll probably get wrecked, especially by the daughter, as I feel like she'll just get makeup everywhere, as there is makeup all over her wall in front of her mirror. But yeah, we're coming to the end really. I mean, there's just a few more bits. Oh, the living room. Forgot about that. I had some trouble with the living room. I had to take inspiration from myself. I had to load out of the game and look at some of the houses I built previously because I couldn't figure out how to do it right. We need some we need L-shaped sofas. We need corner sofas. We need ones where you can build them yourself so you can make as big as you want. We had in Sims 2 and I think Sims 3 as well. But I do enjoy how this turns out. It doesn't look too bad. Like I said, I did have to load out and load back into the game because I just couldn't. I remember doing something similar to this before, and it looked really cool. I don't know if I'm gonna load out in a few minutes. I can't remember if I've done it yet or not. I don't really know. But it does turn out quite nice, I think, personally. I mean, it's something that I would like in real life. It's very modern and elegant, but I feel like because of the TV and stuff, it's still quite fancy and suits the theme of the build. I did want to add them blinds there, but they looked weird from the outside, so I just thought, nah, I didn't do it. Ah, that was where I loaded out, and I've realised I'd coloured that chair wrong. But yeah, oh, I love that rug. That rug is so nice. It almost looks like it would shimmer in the light, but I don't think it does. And them pictures I thought looked so nice. I love that they have the same colour frame, because sometimes the problem is that they don't have the same coloured frame and you can't use them multiple times, but luckily they did. Right, here we go. There's this feature wall that I really, really love. I wanted to add some lights behind the TV, sort of like mood lighting, that you would obviously turn off if you was watching a film or something because it would distract you. And then I thought, why not add these sort of weird, I don't know what you would even call them, like wooden, I don't even know what they are, but I think they came with a bowling pack or something. But I hid all the lighting inside the legs of them, and it looks really cool. And when you turn that main light off, it really brings it all together. It looks really cool. I'll say that the landscaping for this isn't crazy intense, and I did skip a little bit of it because it was a lot. I wanted to have these planters, but obviously when there's a foundation you can't really do that because they have to be inside. I wanted this hedge to be inside, so I had to do a massive rigmarole where I'd do 3 sides of it and then add a wall. It's really complicated. I don't really understand, but later on the game wouldn't let me do it again. It was really bizarre. You'll see it now. I realised that you can, like that, it wouldn't let me put that 4th wall on, because if I put the 4th wall on, it created the foundation again. So I had to move the wall onto it, and then this is where I add the bushes and stuff. I raised them up slightly. It looks kind of like grass, which I really like the effect. It looks like grass is just poking out. I honestly don't know where this came from. This is just something that I thought, oh, this would look cool. So I added it 4 times along the front. I didn't add it anywhere else, just along that front section. And it looks really good actually. And this is where the bins go, just to hide them away so you can't see them. I've just realised I didn't add a bin inside the actual house, so I'll have to go back and do that. I haven't actually uploaded it to the gallery yet, but I will do shortly. It was bringing up an error message. I don't really know where this came from either. This was just a similar thing to what was on the front of the house, basically doing 4 walls, putting the grass in the middle, but I did lower them down slightly so I didn't have to raise up the hedges because they were it was a pain to raise up, and also it was too high. It was weird. It was like if you were sat next to that, it wouldn't be comfortable. You wouldn't be able to put your arm on it, so I lowered it down a little bit. Oh, I didn't lower that one down. That's going to irritate me. I'm going to have to go do that as well. Added that log burner thing, but you can't really use it. You'd have to add some chairs to the other side. and a small pool, just because it's like a lap pool, nothing insane. But we're coming to the end now, so that's basically it. I did add a few tiny little touches to the inside of the house that I'd forgot, like a few little knickknacks on the sideboards and stuff like that. But other than that, it's over really. It just added some texture to the grass, and that's it. So these are the screenshots for the house. So thank you for watching, and I hope you like it. Like I said, the link is in the description, so if you want to download it, then feel free. Thank you for watching. See you later.